About a month ago, major music streaming services released their year in review for listeners. Whether wrapped or replay, each listener gets a highlight reel showcasing what they've been listening to the past year. The song that was your anthem, which album stayed in highest rotation, the genre that you keep coming back to, and any special accolades to note, like being in the top 100 listeners for a particular artist. Now, this is a big deal in our house. We compare our reels, we see what we have in common, and explore what new artists we might share with one another. We also like to see who has the wackiest compilation of top albums. Mine ranged from Esther Rose to Joni Mitchell to Beastie Boys. And I love asking others what their tops for the year were too, because these reels, they actually say something about us, a glimpse into the playlist of our lives. The parent whose top song is their kid's favorite, even when they can't stand the idea of hearing it even one more time. The song played over and over that got us pumped, or that got us through the breakup and the illness and the grief. Or the song played over and over that got us pumped for the big meeting, ready for the exam, feeling like we could take on the world. And then there's always that one album, right? The one that we listen to from start to finish time and time again, memorizing the words and singing it at the top of our lungs, just because it's that good. Music is more than simply something that entertains us. It speaks to us, it listens to us, and it brings us together. And in a particular way, it tells our stories, the stories of our personal and collective journeys. Given this, one might say that this morning's service of lessons and carols is the wrapped or replay of the season, featuring fun carols with lyrics like Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, hymns like "O Come All Ye Faithful" that are written on our hearts, and what I consider the anthem for this time of year, "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." And this playlist, it accompanies us while we wait. And it reminds us of the story of what, or rather whom, we're waiting for. The story of God come down. God who enters the world incarnate in Jesus, born a baby, just like you and just like me. Now, when I think about the story that we're living, the story that we're singing this morning, and about that very first Christmas, I find myself asking, was there music? I think there was. I can hear Mary singing to her baby as she rocked him in her arms. I can hear shepherds and wise men singing as they journeyed. And I can hear the song of the angels writing a song of good news in the hearts of all who gathered. Friends, it is good for us to gather and sing this story, our story. The story of a diverse group of people with different backgrounds whose lives are nonetheless intertwined. And to do so is an act of deep faith, because as we sing this story, amid everything else that's going on in our lives, in our world, the good stuff and the not so good stuff, We are grouped together with Christ. This week, I watched the documentary American Symphony, and if you haven't seen it yet, watch it. It's phenomenal. It's about John Baptiste and Sulika Zouad and their journey as artists amid the real hard stuff of life. And there's this part where they show John Baptiste winning the Grammy for Album of the Year in 2022, while Sulika is watching from home, battling leukemia. And in his acceptance speech, Baptiste says, "It's like a song or an album is made, and it almost has a radar to find the person when they need it the most." These songs, this playlist of the season, they meet us right where we are, whether happy and filled with joy, undone and filled with sorrow, or somewhere in between, just as God meets us and always will. So let's press play on our playlist this morning and sing songs that guide us through this last stretch of Advent as we prepare to meet Jesus as he comes, an infant in the world, and to meet Jesus when he comes again in glory. Songs for an Advent people, a people who wait expectantly.